Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kevin Herr. Welcome to my informative class today. My class today is going to be on gunpowder and the discovery of gunpowder and what it's used for and how it's made and so on. Let's get started. So, why is gunpowder the greatest invention of all time? Gunpowder was first explosive that was ever created by the Chinese. It is considered one of their four greatest inventions and may be considered one of the greatest inventions of all times throughout the world. During the Tang Dynasty of the 9th century was the first time that it was seen, and there was written records of it, of the formula. But those are also dated back to the Song Dynasty of the 11th century. Experimenting with life-threatening lengthening elixirs is what the Chinese were doing. They were actually trying to find the fountain of youth, and they accidentally discovered gunpowder. So rather than being a elixir to save their lives, they might have discovered something that would actually take lives. So let's talk about gunpowder. Its chemical makeup is three components. It consists of potassium nitrate, which is 75% of its weight, charcoal, which is 15% of its weight, and 10%, sulfur, which is 10% of its weight. Each of these components plays a very important role in the combustion of gunpowder, and we'll look at that later. So some of the pros for gunpowder are change the landscape of the modern warfare. It's used in the production of fireworks and firework making apparatus, weaponry, and ammunition. It can be used to produce fertilizers, dyes, and pigments, and is also used in mining, such as TNT, um, and it can also be used for cement production and iron smelting. So explosives, they help mine uh, precious metals and things like that, and ore and so on. But one of the cons of this is that there were actually many cons, but I wanted to talk about a singular event over time, and it was the overall collapse of the Aztec, Mayan, and Inca civilizations at the hands of the Spanish conquistadors in 15th and 16th centuries. As a result, the death total was 50 million natives, and this was by the conquistadors using gunpowder in firearms, cannons, and other explosives like TNT. So this is the way a bullet works. As you can see in this illustration, um, there's a casing with a bullet at the end, and inside that casing there is gunpowder, and the ignition source for the actual gunpowder is what's called the primer. So as you can see here, the shiny silver circle at the back of this shell casing is called the primer. And what happens is the firing pin right here strikes that primer. It ignites the gunpowder and causes the projectile to be shot down the barrel. So this is how gunpowder is used, currently used in modern weaponry. So in summary, gunpowder may be considered by many as one of the greatest inventions of all time, but it may also be considered one of the most destructive of all times. What do you think? Are there any questions? Thank you. Have a nice day.